everyone, this is Nathan, and today's video is we're going to be turning some of this blank grass into something more interesting in my opinion. Also, I want to show how I install a turnout pretty easily in my opinion, and I'll add something to it and it'll all make sense. So, on to the video. Also, I want to show how I install a turnout pretty easily in my opinion, and I'll add something to it and it'll all make sense. So on to the video. So the idea is that I'm gonna remake a scene by one of the Terminator movies, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, where John Connor gets chased by a T-800 with a tow truck on, and the one who's trying to save him is a T-800 Terminator Arnold. My whole point is I'm going to cut this out into the foam and remake it. So let's get started. So you cut out the area you want it to have the road or whatever waterway you want it to be. My idea is I'm going to use drywall to make it walls right here, or you can use wood or sandpaper and paint it wherever way you want it to be. So you got your drywall prepared for this, and I took the paper off. I have another video about that. I'll put that in the link in the description. But you might be wondering, how would I get the exact shape in there? Well, you would get the piece you cut out, and the excess can be used as a way to be drawn out and be cut out. I'm going to do this off camera and then show you what I mean, and then we'll go on from there. So once you cut it, you gotta cut it almost real hard to get this stuff off, and then you peel away the back until it comes off, and it might be hard with one hand. I got that off, and you have to get the part off like so, and then you have to clean up, take off any excess that might get in the way of the cut of the hole on the layout, and you simply put it in like so. And if that doesn't work, then you cut off the ends until it slides in. It'll look like this stage. Now I know it's not really looking nice thing, but I got another idea how to fix this problem. We're gonna use scratch and putty to seal up every last crack on here, and here's how to do it. Don't use epoxy on this because it eats away foam. So a safe way to use is this Elmer's glue. I would rather you get this in a big way comes for projects like these. So I'm gonna build onto the green where you see green, except the track right here, and make it almost look like the Terminator movie. I'm gonna put this car here because there's cars in the ravine, or what I'd like to call it. I want to represent that. That'll be another video. All my track is code 100, and the reason why I want to use code 100 forever-ish thing is because some of my trains don't like the code whatever track because they have big flanges, and I think that's what most people don't realize is that I think it's kind of a limited feeling of the track of the trains that you use. And I feel like code 100 is not limited at all of what type of train you run, because some of my scratch boats locomotives are like that. And here's how I simply use a turnout. So I like to get track that has a notch in right here, as you can see right here. And I like to use this because it never gave me problems once. And another tip that's just extra is if you go to the other side on the layout. Now this switch doesn't have a control piece. Like, what I mean is like hand thrown or electrical, whatever it is that flips switches. The only thing that has that is this switch, and I'll tell you why. You want the train to go one direction on the layout the whole time you want to use your layout. And I'll show you what I mean of why it's so easy to flip this switch without switching it yourself. Until the switch is flipped. And let's say if you want the switch to be flipped back the other way, you just move the other train like this and then flip the switch back. I just think that's pure easy, and I feel like it's not time consuming to flip both switches. All I need to do is like have a train run, flip the switch, and it goes here, and you can have it wait all as long as you want. And then when the other train passes by right here, it just goes to that same switch without any problems. And then you can run the train this way and flip the switch for you, like in the demonstration. And you don't need to flip the switch back without any worries, because the train can just flip the switch for you. So that's my tip of how to use switches. I don't think you don't need a lot of switches sometimes if you're mostly going to use the train on the layout to go one direction the entire time you run trains. But if you don't do that and you use operations, I would prefer using both switches. But if you're like me who only likes to run trains, then I would prefer this. I hope this was very helpful, and this ain't the only saying goodbye, and have a very awesome day. Sorry, and I forgot one more thing before I end this video. The way you can take these switches out to change them into electrical or just hand thrown is you take them like this, make sure they're not lined up, and that's the easy part. Kind of the hard part is put them back on, and all you gotta do is line it up with the hole right there, and you gotta hold it right here, and you put it until it clicks. And once it clicks, you're all set to go. Either electrical or just hand thrown like this. They're both the same kind of hand thrown, same style, but except they're screws. So yeah, that's how I wanted to share with you about switches and the Terminator scene. And this ain't the way to say goodbye, and have a very awesome day.